I'm Golshan. Today you are going to find out the everyday difficulties expats face when living in Georgia, Tbilisi. A while back, someone asked a question in a Facebook expat group. What everyday difficulty in Georgia did you only discover after moving here that nobody talked about? The responses were fascinating, honest, unexpected, and very real. This video is entirely based on those comments and real experiences of expats who actually live in Tbilisi and the daily challenges you only discover once you are in Georgia. Out of 300 comments, one topic came up more than any other: weak customer service. Many expats said this was one of the first things they noticed after moving to Tbilisi. People described bad experiences in shops, restaurants, government offices, and service centers. Some comments mentioned staff who looked unhappy, workers who seemed annoyed when a customer walked in, or employees who made people feel like they were bothering them just by being there. One person said customer service simply doesn't exist here. Another wrote that sometimes the staff behaves as if they are doing you a favor by letting you buy something. Supermarket chains were brought up several times. One expat who has traveled to more than 60 countries said Georgia had the worst customer service they had ever encountered. Government offices also came up. The Justice House were mentioned especially as a place where people noticed the complete absence of a service culture. Locals, on the other hand, gave another explanation. Workers earn very low salaries, some employers do not train their staff, do not motivate them, and do not provide decent working conditions. According to locals, the unhappy attitude many people experience may come from economic pressure, not personal choice. At the same time, some expats noticed that their experience changed once they started speaking Georgian. It seems you receive better service and sometimes even better prices. Customer service is clearly an area that needs improvement in Georgia. But what do you think? Have you experienced this yourself, especially here in Tbilisi? Share your personal experience in the comments. Traffic was also mentioned several times as part of daily problems and frustration in Tbilisi. One person commented that Tbilisi was almost empty just 13 years ago and that the overcrowding is a very recent and rapid change. Locals explain that nearly half of Georgia's population nowadays lives in the capital. Because of this, the roads and infrastructure were not originally built for such a large population. Most jobs and opportunities are concentrated in the capital, which continues to bring more people from other parts of the country and increases overcrowding over time. Also, buses are often packed beyond comfort and public transport cannot handle the demand. This makes moving around the city exhausting. Together, these points describe a city that has grown very quickly without infrastructure keeping up. Georgia has a reputation of being a safe country. Many expats talk about leaving their belongings in public places without worrying about theft. The kind of petty theft that is common in many Western cities is something most people simply do not experience here. However, this picture of safety is not the same for everyone. Many women described a different kind of daily discomfort, one that doesn't show up in crime statistics. Women from different countries and different parts of the city mentioned being stared at constantly, being followed, being touched without consent in public places or clubs, and having clear rejections ignored. These comments came from many different people, which suggests this is not just a few isolated experience. It appears to be a pattern that a number of women feel. So, there are two very different pictures in the comments. One is about a strong sense of public safety, the other is about uncomfortable situations that many women reported. If you live in Georgia or you have visited before, share your experience in the comments.